Yo, what's up, world? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Glaze, DA Rapper, man. It's the EFFETTO effect. It's another one. I'm here with my boy right now, man. Finch, G-Cake. You already know.
Bro.
Real heavy. Nah, I mean, yo, you want to introduce yourself, man? Let them know who you are, where you from, real quick, man.
Franz, nickname GK, producer and engineer, just out here working. This is the EFFETTO effect.
You know what I mean? So, yo, how long you been making, like, beats, man? How long you been working for, man? How long you been doing this?
Been making beats for maybe about 4 years now. I've been doing the engineering thing about maybe 2 years now.
Okay. Okay. So, like, what you like more, like production or the engineering side?
I started off doing production, and that kind of pretty much led me into the engineering side of things because I always wanted to make my beats sound better and bigger. And like nowadays, it's full doing mostly engineering, mixing, recording, all that good stuff, just in the studio all the time with artists, bands, singers, musicians, just getting stuff done.
Okay, so basically, when you making beats, what do you use? What do you like using?
I started off using this program called Kinetic, and then moved on to Cakewalk Sonar. Now, since I got my MacBook up, I'm working on Logic to make beats, and a whole bunch of different soft synths, VSTs, and instruments, and also some live instruments as well. Whenever I could get musicians or just play myself.
So you play instruments, you say? Like
I play a little bit of drums. I'm not crazy sick. I can't do crazy drum fills and that kind of stuff. I know enough keyboards to move around, chords, progressions, keys, all that.
So what do you prefer, like, as a producer? You like the actual natural sound, or do you like the box sound, the computer sound?
I kind of, right now, I've been trying to do like a mixture, kind of like synthetic, ambient stuff, but with hard drums, ambient drums, and even getting like guitarists to do little riffs and that kind of stuff. So kind of like a blend. It's a blend of like, it's pretty much like a blend of old and new.
And when you say old and new, what kind of beats do you make? Like, do you make all types of beats, or like what kind? Is it instrumental?
I try to be versatile, but like now just trying to get like hard, maybe like a touch of old school with using some break beats, but also using the synthetic stuff. So it's just it's like a fusion kind of thing. Not like I can't even like say a specific sound to my beats because I just make music. So maybe like going for a certain sound, maybe with the drum, I'm going for a certain sound, but I'm doing instruments around. They just come up with something, just create.
So, like, for your creative process, do you normally like have an idea in mind? Do you do it straight from the ground up? Like, how do you make your beats? Do you take samples, or do you hear it in your head first, or do you get like you watch movies? What do you do? Like, what's your creative process? Can you take us through that a little bit?
Process?
Or do you switch it? Just let me know.
I pretty much just sit down on my computer in front of a set of keys, just throw up like maybe a piano, just play around, find some chords that fit together, and then just go up from that. Like, usually, only every so often, maybe I'll throw up like a break beat, see if I could build something around that, but usually just keys first, naturally. Just play around with the keys. If I find a chord structure that I like, I'll just go with it and then build upon that, adding synths, strings. And then usually the last thing I do is drums. I just do a whole bunch of different drums, just layer a bunch of kicks, snares, hi-hats, and little extra sounds.
So what would you say is like your specialty when it comes to like making beats for other artists or engineering? Like, what would you say your specialty is? What kind of sound do you like to come with?
Yes. I'm not even really sure. Like, cause my sound is pretty different. Like, I don't think maybe I have like a certain like some small thing that's connected, but like I say my beats probably sound a little different.
So what if I could ask you this? Like, is there like a producer that inspires you to make beats? Like, who inspired you to start making beats, or is there like a beat maker that you look up to in some sort of sense?
There's so many different producers that.
Give me like top three.
Top three?
Yeah, that in your mind, so we can just get a better idea of like who you are as a producer.
That's pretty hard, probably. Like one of the first dudes that I looked up to, like Drummer Boy for sure. Drummer Boy, like maybe like a few years. A lot of my stuff is influenced by his sound.
Yeah.
Just his heavy 808s and the kick. He always had that synthetic sub bass line underneath, just kind of rumble. He played on a good sound system. A rumble the room for sure. There's also some other people from the city that influenced me as well from Toronto, like Big Pops, Arthur McCarter.
Where they from?
Those two are both from Toronto, I believe. I'm not sure what specific area, but Archer's been doing a lot of heavy stuff in the States nowadays. He had a placement on that last Rick Ross mixtape, some other stuff. Boy Wonder for sure. There's just, I can't even think of the names right now, but there's a few that definitely influenced my sound.
Okay, and on the other side of things, like, is there any artists that you would like to work with when it comes to producing? Is there any artists that you have worked with? Can you give us a little bit of that?
Yeah, I'm down to work with almost anyone at this point, but like some artists I'm working with right now, I'm working on, or stuff I've done for previously are like Jelly Two Fly. I did a few tracks on the last few mixtapes. Currently working on, well, this is not production, doing mixing and some engineering for this artist named Ace Cavalli.
Okay.
There's this dude, there's a song supposed to be releasing soon, just have to wrap up the mixing for that, with this female soul R&B singer named Geneva. Well, formerly Geneva B, but she just cut off the beat recently. A song called Release. What else? There's another artist, name is Never. It's a song called Problem Child. Released on his mixtape that was released probably a little over a month ago. You can find it on SoundCloud. The name of the mixtape was Imperfections. Produced the second track on there, but we're gonna re-release the song after I do like another mix on it. And this is not production, but it's more engineering. So I'm working with this band called The Lifts. They're a rock psychedelic band. And we just wrapped up recording for their EP a couple weeks ago. Now I'm just in the mixing stages, getting everything finished up for that. And I think that's pretty much it.
So you're kind of like into the role of like artist development. It seems like you work with a lot of different artists as well.
Yeah, it's not.
And also like you're helping other artists develop their projects.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty cool as well. And I also heard that you were doing that stuff in school when you was younger, like when you first got into making beats and stuff. Like you got an award of some sort?
Well, when I was in high school, I did a fifth year I was doing co-op, and I used to just help all the teachers with music stuff. So setting up assemblies, setting up sound system for workshops. Also on the little thing, I was running a little studio in the back of the music room, so I had people come through, just like rap. It was crazy. It was just in small spots. I just had enough people. I just record. I guess that's how I also got into the whole engineering thing. Because you have like the interface to school, or the music department bought an interface. You have 2 mics. 2 cheap mics. And I just pretty much went along with that. I guess that's how come I'm in the position right now. I'm just engineering. Just got out of school for engineering. I was over at Harris Institute for the Arts. And when I was over there, I was pretty much in my 3rd term. I was just raping the studio time. I just had the studio on lock.
And by raping, he means using the studio time efficiently.
Yes, efficient. Just had it booked for a good few months, Saturday nights, Saturday overnights. Just 11 to 8 a.m. Sometimes I'll be there from 10 p.m. till 1 p.m. the next day, kind of thing. Just working.
Right, man. So you seem like a pretty hard worker. Do you have any words of advice you could give the youth, like how to do what you're doing and get to where you're at as a producer?
Stay in school. That's one of the most. At least finish your high school, get your high school diploma or your GED, whatever. After that, you can just do whatever. Just keep your head straight. Just work, cause all that hard work is eventually gonna pay off, for sure. That's all I'm hoping for right now. Just all this hard work, it's gonna pay off in the future.
Right. Yeah, man. On that note, man, for real, like they say, hard work beats talent every time. You know what I mean? So yeah, keep working, and it was nice having you, man, my dude, friends, GK. You know what I mean? Check out his beats, man. Don't sleep on his beats. It's crazy. He's out the remix too, you know what I mean? If y'all know about the remix, make sure you check him out. Check out the project. It's Toronto, man. EFFETTO. Yeah, man.